Hi, welcome to the Canary Island of Tenerife and the launch of Ducati's Monster 1200S.
The Monster has been arguably Ducati's most important model ever since the original M900 with its 73 horsepower air-cooled V-twin engine was launched in 1993. Since then the Monster has changed a lot, going to a liquid-cooled 8-valve engine in 2001 with the S4, which became the S4 RS before Ducati went back to air-cooled simplicity with the Monster 1100 in 2000. The new Monster 1200 is another major evolution, and it sees Ducati's now iconic naked model go back to liquid-cooled 8-valve Desmo V-twin power. But the Monster hasn't joined the performance war by going head-to-head with the new breed of super nakeds, including Aprilia's Tuono V4R and KTM's 1290 Super Ducar. Instead, Ducati have spent as much effort on refining the Monster as on making it faster. The 1200 and 1200S use a version of the Testastretta 11-degree V-twin, but it's tuned for torque at low and medium revs. The standard 1200 makes 135 horsepower, which is a gain of 35 horsepower over the outgoing 1100 Evo model. And with different mapping, the Monster 1200S produces 145 horsepower. That's double the output of the original M900, but less than the Testastretta V-twin makes in the Multistrada and Diavel. The new Ducati is instantly recognisable as a Monster, but it's subtly reshaped and comprehensively redesigned. The one-piece handlebar is slightly higher and further back, giving a more upright riding position. The seat is longer, wider, and also adjustable for height for the first time on a Monster, by removing or replacing spaces underneath it, which makes it low enough for short riders. The Testastretta V-twin comes with Ducati's typical electronic sophistication, meaning ride-by-wire throttle and 3 engine modes, sport, touring and urban. There's a classy digital instrument panel that looks like a smartphone and changes its display to suit the mode. Here I'm in urban, which gives very smooth power delivery to a maximum of 100 horsepower. And the display is just a speedometer and digital clock. Changing to touring by pressing the indicator button gives full power, and sport mode has a more aggressive throttle response. But the Monster feels very smooth and refined in all 3 modes, and it has plenty of the V-twin character and exhaust note that have always been part of the Monster's appeal. The 1200S is seriously quick too. It's not quite as neck-snappingly fierce as the most powerful nakeds, but it's fast enough, especially in sport mode, to make you grip the one-piece handlebar tightly as it accelerates into the wind towards a top speed of about 150 miles an hour. Chassis design uses the engine as a stress member, and what looks like the previous Monster's traditional Ducati trellis frame is in fact twice as torsionally stiff and more of a Panigale style construction. The tubular steel front frame section, the rear subframe and the cantilever rear shock bolt direct to the motor with a single-sided swing arm pivoting in the crankcase. Most differences between the standard and S models are in the chassis. The S comes with multi-adjustable Olin suspension at front and rear instead of Kayaba forks and Sachs shock. Both versions get Brembo monoblock front brake calipers with ABS, but the higher spec model has bigger 330mm discs and Panigale type M50 calipers. It also gets cast and machine wheels, a carbon fibre front mudguard and black silencers. Ducati's attention to weight saving means the Monster is light, 182 kilos dry, so 400 pounds. The 1200S is as agile as its weight and sporty steering geometry suggest, with a torque controlled feel from the Öhlins units. There's heaps of ground clearance, good grip from Pirelli's Diablo Rosso 2 radials, and eyeball loosening stopping power from those monoblock calipers, and the really excellent standard ABS system. Comfort is also improved by the 1200's ergonomics, notably the slightly higher handlebars which take some weight off your wrists. The more generously sized and padded seat seemed a useful improvement too. The pillion also gets a larger seat plus solid grab handles. The only slight drawback was the footrest bracket design, which sometimes caught the heel of my boot, but despite having pretty big feet, I didn't find it a serious problem. Ducati's attempts to make the Monster more practical have generally been successful, though the mirrors blur at some revs. The fuel tank is 4 litres bigger, at 17.5 litres, so the bike's good for 150 miles, because it's pretty economical. There's enough steering lock for fairly tight U-turns. Accessories include a screen, seats, panniers and heated grips, plus billet aluminium and carbon fibre components. Those would of course add to the price of a bike that's already more expensive than the outgoing 1100 Evo. But for most riders it will be a price worth paying, because this Ducati is not only substantially quicker, it's also easier to ride, more comfortable, more versatile and better equipped. and crucially, in its character as well as its style, it's every bit a monster.